He was whispering again, smiling faintly at the empty chair in front of him. "Who are you talking to?" "It's my dear friend," pointing at the empty chair. "He's sitting right here with us. And he already knows everything about you." Then his smile widened. Welcome back to another chilling episode of Undeniable Fear. I hope you're all doing well and ready for another horrifying story. If you have a story to share, send it our way. Since our channel is new, your experiences will be our top priority. Today's story comes from Jennifer Cole, a Black American girl, and what happened to him is truly beyond imagination. My name's Cole. I'm about to tell you something I have never shared publicly before. It all began when I was 10 years old, right after my family moved to Alabama. My father was very close to his own dad, my grandfather, and wanted us nearby so we could spend more time with him. The old man was frail, his strength nearly gone. He couldn't walk on his own anymore. And even something as small as getting to the bathroom required someone's arm. Most of the family stayed away. They didn't have the patience for him. But I wasn't like that. Just as my dad was close to the old man, I felt a bond too. I'd sit with him for hours, feed him, listen to his stories. He noticed. His tired eyes would soften whenever I helped. He'd thank me quietly. And to me, it never felt like a chore. It felt right. It felt important. But what I didn't know then was that those long, quiet hours with my grandfather would open the door to something far darker than I could ever imagine. At first, it was little things. My grandfather talked to himself a lot. I thought it was just the mumbling of an old man, but it wasn't. Sometimes he'd hold whole conversations with nobody there. His lips moving, voice soft, almost cheerful. Like someone really was sitting across from him. I saw it, I heard it. He never explained it. One afternoon, my curiosity won. I was only 10, too young to understand what I was stepping into. He was whispering again, smiling faintly at the empty chair in front of him. "Grandpa?" I asked. "Who are you talking to?" He turned to me slowly. His cloudy eyes were strangely bright. For the first time, he answered. "It's my dear friend," he said, pointing at the empty chair. "He's sitting right here with us. And he already knows everything about you." Then his smile widened, too wide. "He appreciates the time you spent with me." My skin prickled. I laughed it off, but the way he said it, calm, steady, certain, left a weight in the room. Another afternoon, I was sketching. I loved drawing. I'd drawn the two of us together and proudly showed him. Instead of smiling, his face changed. "Erase me from this picture," he said. I frowned. "Why?" His voice dropped. "Heavy. Because I won't be here much longer. You'll only be with him." I froze. "With who?" His trembling hand lifted, pointing to the empty chair. A chill ran through me so hard I nearly dropped my pencil. I laughed nervously, pretending I wasn't scared. But inside, I felt something shift, like the air itself was watching me. Not long after, my father arranged a family gathering. For once, the house was full, but no one sat beside Grandpa. They spoke around him, laughed near him, but their eyes never truly met his. It was like they were avoiding not him, but something next to him. That night passed in a blur of fake smiles. The next morning, I woke up to the weight of someone standing over my bed. I blinked. It was my mother. Her face was pale, her lips pressed tight, like she was holding back tears. Before she even spoke, the words slipped from my mouth. "Did Grandpa die?" She recoiled. How? How did you know that? I didn't. I whispered. Grandpa told me. He said he would die soon. She stared at me like she didn't recognize me. And in that silence, I remembered a chair. And a friend Grandpa swore was waiting for me. Grandpa's death broke me. I'd been closer to him than anyone. In the days after, something strange happened. Around the house, I kept smelling something sweet. Flowers blooming in spring, but richer, almost intoxicating. I asked my mother. She smelled nothing. But on the day he died, the fragrance filled every corner of the house. And then, slowly, it faded. Time went on. I tried to fill the emptiness. I joined the junior soccer team. We practiced near a huge old tree. When we got tired, we'd sit under its shade. One evening, a boy none of us recognized appeared from behind the tree. His tone was stern, almost demanding. Could you all move? Don't sit here. We laughed, brushing him off. Our captain even joked, wow, he really scared us. But the boy's face stayed blank. Without another word, he disappeared. The strangest part, none of us knew him. We'd been playing there for months, knew every family nearby. We never saw him again. Later that night, after a shower, I stepped out of my room and froze. A voice hissed through the air, clear as day. Ask him. I will sit there whenever I want. And there is nothing you can do about it. I rushed to the window, checked the hall, the yard. Nothing. That was the first time I realized something unseen had followed me. One afternoon, exhausted from school, I came home and found my exam notes gone. I searched everywhere. Frustrated, I collapsed on my bed. Staring at the floor through the gap between my arms, I saw it. A dense, dark shape pooled like liquid shadow beneath my desk. Two burning eyes glowed within it, unblinking. An arm, thin, impossibly long, pitch black, rose out of the darkness and pointed at my table. My heart slammed against my ribs. I jerked upright. The shape vanished. My notes were stacked neatly on my table. It hadn't been an accident. Days passed, but I couldn't shake the feeling. A dark pressure behind my eyes, my third eye, like the shadow, was pressing against my skull. I'd catch glimpses at the edge of my vision, but nothing when I turned. Then one evening, practicing soccer in our yard, I pushed myself to the limit. Collapsed on the grass, eyes shut. When I opened them, far above me floated the same black shape, circling like a vulture. I shut my eyes tight. When I opened them again, it had descended, hovering lower, watching. I bolted into the house, trembling. My mother asked what happened. That was the first time I told her about the shadow. She tried to stay calm, but fear showed in her eyes. Later, I heard her telling my father I was probably just tired. From that day on, the shadow stopped hiding. Sometimes it stood at the side of my bed. Sometimes in the kitchen. Sometimes in my wardrobe. It didn't harm me. It had returned my notes. It had warned me about the boy. But no one else could see it. Then came the night. Everything changed. I just changed into my pajamas. My brother sat on the bed reading. That's when I saw it. No longer a formless shadow, but a childlike figure sitting at the edge of our bed, staring at me. His eyes still burned, but now deep, bluish-purple bruises ringed them, like someone had punched its face. It tilted its head, never blinking. My brother didn't flinch. He couldn't see it. I tried to calm myself, to breathe, to pretend it wasn't there. But it leaned closer, hovering above me. My skin went cold, my teeth chattered. My brother asked what was wrong. I couldn't answer. I pulled the blanket over my face, eyes squeezed shut. Minutes passed. The air felt heavy, thick, like I was drowning. Finally, I risked pulling the blanket down. It was gone. My brother kept asking what was wrong. I stayed silent, staring into the dark, knowing it was still there somewhere, waiting. Life seemed to settle. We played more matches. Days felt lighter, but the illusion didn't last. One afternoon during halftime, I stepped away to get water. Between the playground and the school is a courtyard, shaded by fiberglass roofing. No one usually goes there. As I crossed it, something flickered in the corner of my vision. Hovering under the shade, above the cracked concrete, was him. The same boy from under the tree, but now levitating a few feet off the ground. His eyes burned like coals. His voice was flat and hollow. I told you not to sit there again. He didn't listen. Now you'll taste my wrath. A chill ripped through me. I ran. My heart pounded so hard I couldn't hear my own footsteps. In my panic, I missed a step, fell forward and smashed my forehead against the floor. Blood trickled down my temple. When I lifted my head, it was there. The other figure. The shadow that had followed me for years. It leaned toward me, its whisper inside my skull. Don't worry. Go to your friends. I'll take care of this. I staggered toward the hall. My friends saw the gash on my forehead. What happened to you? He demanded. Then it happened. A deafening blast came from the courtyard behind us. Glass shattered. The fiberglass roof exploded into shards that rained down like ice. Everyone screamed. I didn't stay. I ran straight home. That night, I said nothing. The next day, I was sick and stayed home. My friend came by, wanted answers. For the first time, I told him everything. The boy, the shadow, the courtyard, that blast, I whispered, was them. The two of them, colliding years past. The shadow rarely appeared. I even tried speaking to it. Nothing. Life went back to normal. Or so I thought. Then, one evening, after my extended family visited, all of us cousins sat late into the night, swapping scary stories. When it was my turn, I lied. Said nothing much had ever happened to me. The next day it returned. I saw the shadow again, clearer than ever, standing where no one else could see. My body went cold. My hand shook uncontrollably. My father saw my face and asked what was wrong. That's when I finally told him everything. He didn't hesitate. He called an exorcist. The man arrived, asked everyone to leave except me. He sprinkled water along my walls while muttering under his breath. I lay on the bed, terrified. Nothing happened. Later, outside my room. I overheard him telling my father in a low voice, "This entity has been here since your father. It was with your father. It isn't evil. It protects the one it chooses. But you mustn't feed it attention. The more he focuses on it, the stronger it becomes." I realized then my grandfather had known. This thing had been with our family long before me. Now I'm married. The shadow doesn't appear often, but sometimes, late at night, I still feel it. A coldness in the corner of the room, a flicker at the edge of my vision. I've learned to live with it, but I know it's still there. And I hope, after hearing my story, you'll add this on the channel. Footer. We want to thank Cole for sharing such a terrifying story with us tonight. And of course, thank you to all of you for being with us. If you don't want to miss the next story, make sure to subscribe to our channel. If you'd like to suggest something or even share your own experience, feel free to email us or reach out on WhatsApp. Your story might be featured.